Let a song come on right now. You ever get the feeling like you're being watched?
Friday chance, weekend kickoff, Bon Jovi tickets, all coming up Q105. Let's do this.
Freedom within, there is freedom without. It's the deluge in a paper cup. There's nobody watching yet. I'll wait till somebody comes on. Hey now, dream it's over. And hey now. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah. Let's see if we can get a couple more people in here. You guys can ask me all the questions you want. It's been a busy week. Almost got blown up last Friday by some Antifa asshole. Decided he wanted to bring a pipe bomb to the rally I was speaking at in Clearwater. Well, he got arrested. Hey, James, how you doing, brother? So, yeah, Mr. Andy got arrested. This dude, he's like the epitome of woke, right? The epitome of the violent woke. Antifa, number one. I guess he's sexually confused, transgender, whatever. He just changed his name from Garrett to Hannah. Hannah. Oh, jeez. Well, Mr. Incel Antifa is going to get plenty of loving in prison. Because that's where he's going. Hopefully. You never know. The feds took over the investigation from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department. And we know how they like to let people go, right? Let the bad guys go and keep the patriots in a gulag for a year. It's crazy. It really is crazy. So, after my brush with death, oh crap. I'm paying attention to you, not paying attention to where I'm going. I need to get right, or go right. So anyway, this week, I visited the offices of Representative Greg Steube from Florida's 16th Congressional District and Vern Buchanan from the 17th District. Of course, they were in Washington, D.C., but I gave my thumb drive to their staff, took photos and all that good stuff to prove that I did. So I don't want to hear any of this, well, we never saw it shit. But sometimes they might have an excuse. Like the fact that none of the emails that I've sent out for the last 2 months has been opened by their intended recipients. Not a single one. Unless it's somebody that I've already come in contact with. I'm attaching read receipts to all of them. Just to make sure. And they are simply not getting where they're going. So much for Proton Mail being secure. Oh yeah, baby. So yeah, the title is Thumb Drive. Ask me anything. So ask me anything. Let's go. Nobody cares. Can't say, baby, where I'll be in a year. play drums, didn't you? Well, some of you do. You've seen me do it. Oh! You know, they had 2 tracks in college. You could go on the news track or the DJ track. And I had originally gone to broadcasting school to be a DJ because I was a DJ before I went to school. I thought I could make more money if I had a degree. But once I got there, the news bug hit. I think I would have been a lot happier and I continued to be a DJ. I just love music.
Can't catch me cause I rather done died. If you did. Standing in the front just checking your ass. Take it backstage, you can drink from my glass. That thing you can show and stand. Waiting for your hand.
Okay, so ask me anything. Have I seen the video that Lawyer McBride put on Rumble? No, James, I have not. Please drop the URL. Matter of fact, don't put it in the comments because sometimes when you're doing a live thing and you put something, you can't see the comments later. They erase them for some reason. I don't know. Send it to ttiv2013@gmail.com. That's Tango Tango India Victor at Tango Tango India Victor 2013@gmail.com. ttiv2013@gmail.com. So yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but I would love to. I have actually been in touch with Attorney McBride. I've spoken with him last week, and I sent him my video and the narrative of everything that's going on. So we'll see what he has to say. I'd love to see this video. Yes, sir, I would.
From the Kemp Persian Green Your Car Accident Team Studios, this is Q105, WRBQ, HD1 Tampa, a Beasley Media Group Station. A couple minutes before 3 o'clock finish time. I am ready to get this Friday things.
Okay, so while they're in commercial, I'll tell you what I did today. I went to the federal courthouse in Tampa where Senator Mark Rubio and Senator Tim Scott have offices. I could not get in. It's got to be by appointment only. I guess senators are special. We know how special they are, right? All the representative offices that I've walked in the past couple of weeks, you just walk right in, say, hey, how you doing? Check this out. Pretty much the same thing at Governor DeSantis' office. I walked right in, spoke with their receptionist, and they took me back, and I talked with their with Governor DeSantis' aides. You should have seen the looks on their faces when they saw the video. Oh man, it was great. But no, I couldn't get in to see Senator Rubio or Senator Scott today. That was a waste of a 2-hour drive and a $12 parking permit. Yeah, the U.S. Marshal at the door gave me a couple of email addresses to send emails to and make an appointment. I wasn't about to go into all the fact that I couldn't get any emails out. He wouldn't understand. He probably couldn't comprehend. And I didn't want to give him too many details. That's the thing. You gotta, when you're going covert, you can't tell people what you're doing until it's done. So, you know, when I'm telling you that I'm in a place, I left that place hours ago. I'm sure that they probably got satellites and all kinds of tracking gear. They could find me if they wanted to. But the other guys that are trying to kill me, they don't have access to that technology. Thank God. So they're clueless. This is insane. You know, kids, I just want to go fishing, right? Oh, crap. There was too much glare on the screen. I didn't see that last comment. Go ahead and copy and paste it. Say it again. I'll pay attention to it this time. The Trump speech on January 6, 2021 was supposed to be my last gig before I retired forever and ever and ever. Holy shit, did not turn out that way. I think God has saved me from all the stupid crap that I've done over my life. All the injuries, taking me out of the news game for a decade. You know, during the first Gulf War, I was working as the news anchor at KVOR in Colorado Springs. I was also working as a stringer for CBS Radio Network and CNN, providing reports on the deployment of troops from Fort Carson and how the U.S. Space Command and NORAD were tracking Scud launches in Iraq, and then using that early warning system to warn the Israelis that there were incoming Scuds. That was a heck of a story. And I was ready for an anchor seat at a network. But God didn't want me to do that. The place where I was working had a chemical spill, and 38 people went to the hospital, including me. I woke up 3 days later. Whoa. Couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't speak. So that pretty much ended my career as a mainstream media journalist right there. Nobody wants a stuttering news anchor. You can tell I still have a little bit of aphasia. Every now and then I'll get this word right on the tip of my tongue, and I just can't spit it out. But for the most part, my brain has rewired itself around the damaged area. They call it Broca's area. It's responsible for basically all your cognitive functions, like reading, writing, arithmetic, all that shit. So, God didn't want me to get jaded or compromised by working as a mainstream media journalist at the national level. They always say God's got a plan for our lives. And now that I've come to the end of mine, I can see it. Hindsight's 20/20. He kept me out of the game, on the bench, the injured reserve, until it was time to come out for the big show. And that's what this is, kids. This is the big show. Our country was attacked on January 6th. There was an insurrection. But it was not led by Trump supporters, and you know that. It was a false flag staged by the deep state to make sure that Donald Trump never graced the Oval Office again, and to label his deplorable supporters as domestic terrorists. And they almost got away with it. God put me in the right place at the right time to capture video evidence of not one, but 2 federal agents attacking the Capitol. And that is why, my friends, I am not in federal custody. It scares the FBI to death, the thought of putting my video in front of a federal judge to seek a warrant for my arrest, because that video shows me defending a window that one of their operatives had pulled out of its frame just moments before. And for the federal agent that's assigned to watch old Bobby Powell, dude, you do not want to pull out in front of me off the damn shoulder. That's the only thing keeping me out of jail. The fact that I caught them in a seditious conspiracy. So now it's all unfolding. I was on Real America with Dan Ball last night. Tonight, I'm not sure what time. I'm really not. I've got a lot of driving to do. And then I've got some pre-production for tonight's show. So I'm not sure what time it's going to be on. I'll try to get it on by 10 o'clock, okay? 10 p.m. Friday night. And I'm going to show you all the good stuff that I've been doing. Oh, man. Yeah, God put me in the right place at the right time to catch those bastards. That is what he saved me for this moment in time. And I know I said that this was going to be an Ask Me Anything, but there's just glare on the screen. I can't see the questions. And I'm going 80 miles an hour. Oops. I'm going 75 miles an hour. And I really want to make it back to my camper alive. As a result of demonetization on all platforms, I could no longer afford the mortgage payment on my house, so I had to sell it. Bought myself a nice fifth wheel. It's 20 years old, but it's fairly nice. Somebody must have kept it in a climate-controlled garage because there's like 0 rust on it. Pretty good shape. I'm going to have to replace the carpet, I think. But, yeah. I'll find me a nice spot on the beach somewhere, somehow, some way. I'll just live like Martin Riggs, you know, Mel Gibson's character from the Lethal Weapons movies. He just set up shop right there on the beach. Why not? What the hell? Need to roll down a window. Too much cigar smoke in here. It's not doing my one lung much good. everything that's happened to me in my life has toughened me up, given me this all balls, no quit attitude. It scares the deep state to death. In order to shut me up, they are going to have to kill me. Well, good luck with that. You want to kill me, send somebody that was like banging your wife or something. Somebody you don't want back. Because they're going to be walking into a buzzsaw. Oh, and the federal agents that are watching this right now, I know that somebody did something wrong and got demoted to Bobby Powell watch. If you want to regain your honor, if you want to get out from under the thumb of an agency that named its headquarters after a cross-dressing pervert that illegally collected files on American citizens and then used that information to blackmail them, if you want to put that legacy behind you, then you need to arrest somebody. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the 7th floor of the J. Edgar Hoover building. Arrest every last damn one of them. You go ahead and you get yourself a squad of like-minded individuals, and you go up there and you arrest those bastards. You know that there were federal agents they weren't just watching, okay? They weren't watching and taking notes. They weren't informants. You had federal agents attacking the United States Capitol. That's unsat. That's freaking treason. And you're a part of it if you don't do something about it. So, any federal agent that is interested, I'll give anybody that wants a copy of my footage, everything I recorded at the east entrance of the Capitol on January 6th. All you have to do is send me an email, put thumb drive in the subject. I will use your email address to give you access to my Dropbox, and I will give you everything. Okay? And you take that information and you give it to your superiors. And if they don't do something about it, well, hey, you know what? Then they're guilty of violating 18 U.S.C. subsection 4, misprision of a felony. Any federal officer that has knowledge of a felony and doesn't do something about it is guilty of a felony himself. So if you want to do more than just pay lip service to the rule of law, if you're a bigger man than your fucking paycheck, if you've got a heart, if you've got balls, you need to cause a stink. You feel me? What the fuck is wrong with you anyway? At least quit. Holy shit. You wouldn't catch me working for an organization that's corrupt. It just wouldn't happen. There's no circumstance where I would work for the FBI. You couldn't pay me $1 million a year. All right, Mindy, you betcha, baby. I am going to give them hell. Freaking maggots! I'll show you this. Got a good view. Whoa! The Tampa Bay right there. I hope y'all can see it. It's kind of like the entrance to Tampa Bay, actually. I think that's what they call the Braden River. It empties into Tampa Bay. Okay, I can now, the glare on the screen's not so bad now. I can see your comments again, so hit me up. Ask me anything. What do you want to know? While I'm traveling down the road, smoking my cigar. James Bond says there is no honor in the FBI or DOJ. Brother, you are right. You know, they've taken everything from me. I don't even have a home anymore. But by God, I've got my honor. And I'll die with it too. That's the one thing that nobody can take from you. It can only be given away or thrown away. And those people that don't do the right thing, well, all I got to say is Revelation 21:8 for the lot of you. You're all going to hell. And yes, sir, Mr. Lavoy Finicum was a brave man. And he was murdered by the Oregon State Patrol and the FBI. Dead man's roadblock, like what they set up, is against policy for both agencies. They did it anyway, so they could murder that man. Murder somebody. They tried to murder Bundy that was in the truck. Hey, Mark. I think it was Ryan. HRT sniper Joseph Astorita took a shot through the roof of the truck. And if Ryan Bundy hadn't been down on the floor of that truck, that round would have gone right through his head. I'll give the FBI one thing, their snipers hit what they're aiming at. Well, I don't know about brave, brother. I'm stubborn. I'm really stubborn. But at this point in my life, I've literally got nothing left to lose. I've lived my life. I've raised my kids. Kept them out of jail and off the stripper poles. Now they're out on their own, doing pretty good. They don't need dad anymore. What they do need is to raise their families in a free country. Not only free for us, but free of the corruption that is now endemic in the FBI. You know what I would like to do with the FBI? If President Trump, when he came back to the office, comes back to office, he says, Bobby, you can do whatever you want to with the FBI. You know what I would do with it? I would disband it. The organization is thoroughly corrupt. From top to bottom. I've met literally one FBI agent in my lifetime that was worth a shit. And that was only because she was a devout Christian, almost became a nun. Unfortunately, she was a lady that was cataloging all of the death threats against me. I had hundreds, so they gave me my own FBI agent to talk to. It was hilarious. But after she retired, well, this new guy, Barry Rumble down in Flint, he doesn't give a shit. That guy flew from Portland to Michigan, then drove to my house to deliver me a pizza that he had tainted in some way. That is a federal felony. And he uploaded video evidence of him committing the crime and admitting in the text above the video on Twitter that he had adulterated the pizza. That's a federal crime. And Agent Barry Rumble of Flint, Michigan tells me, well, the FBI doesn't have time to open up a multi-state investigation over some silly horse shit like this. Well, fuck you, Agent Barry Rumble. Fuck you right up the ass with a barbed wire dildo. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's going a little bit too far. But seriously, Agent Rumble, you're a fucking piece of shit. How would you like it if somebody came to your house, delivered a pizza when your kids were there? They could have made them sick or killed them. How would you like that, you fucking asshole? But for me, the FBI doesn't have time to open up a multi-state investigation for some measly horse shit like this. You didn't need to open up an investigation. The asshole uploaded evidence of his crime. He admitted to it on Twitter. All you had to do is go pick him up. You're a sad, sorry piece of shit, Agent Rumble. And I don't imagine any of your fellow FBI agents are any better. Because I sure haven't seen any evidence of it since January. I haven't seen one FBI agent or anybody else come out and say, I have knowledge that this was an inside job. I haven't seen any of that. What I have seen is the God. Some part of the federal government has flipped a switch and electronically isolated me so that my emails don't get out. I'm surprised as hell that I'm still on YouTube, or Facebook for that matter. Especially since Facebook deemed me a dangerous person or organization. You know what's funny? I've got like 12,000 subscribers to my Truth is Viral Facebook page, right? If I'm lucky, on a good day, I may get 12 people see any particular post. I think they just allow me back on the social media platforms to tease me. But that's okay. As long as I have this tool, I'm going to use it. But it can go away at any moment. So make sure that you go find me on Rumble and on Substack. That's bobbypowell.substack.com. That's going to be my new base. It seems to be a fairly safe place. I don't know. We'll see. All the controversial writers, videographers, producers are using Substack now. And I'm nothing if not controversial. Okay. Well, I'm getting close to where I'm going. And I don't want supercomputers looking in my rearview mirror trying to figure out where in the hell I am. I'm just on a highway right now. I'll tell you this, I'm near a Dick's. Dick's Sporting Goods. Those people, I'll tell you what. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. They stopped selling rifles altogether, and their business went right down the toilet. So I guess the moral to that story is don't be a dick. Had some of God's chicken earlier. Chick-fil-A. That's pretty good stuff. Can't get it up in Michigan, at least not my part of Michigan. Best I got up there is KFC. Who the hell wants to eat KFC? Besides Cartman. Eating his chicken skins and gravy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to call an end to this live stream. I hope you kind of had fun with me. I had fun driving. Don't forget, if you want a full copy of all of the video that I recorded on January 6th at the East Entrance doors, send an email to ttiv2013@gmail.com, and I will use the email address that you sent it from to give you access to my Dropbox, which contains all of the footage. You are welcome and free to download it, upload it to your own channels, share it wherever you want to share it. I don't care. They've monetized me anyway, so what the hell? It's not like I'm going to make any money anyhow. And I really don't care about making any money. At the moment, I've got a full belly. I've got some kind of roof over my head. I got a couple of dollars in my pocket for gas and thumb drives. I bought another $40 worth of thumb drives this morning. By the time I am done, party people, 535 members of Congress are going to have a thumb drive all their own. Now, I've got now 15 United States senators and congressmen that have taken possession of this thumb drive. But have you noticed that not a single one of them has opened their mouths? Now, I'm kind of thinking that maybe this is what Senator Cruz and Louis Gohmert were referring to in their recent grilling of the FBI officials when they were asking them were any federal agents involved in the violence at Capitol Hill. I don't know for a fact that they are. But I don't know for a fact that they are referencing my video. But I've sent it to enough of them that it's very possible that they are. But this is not a time to slack, kids. Need you to keep trying to share my video everywhere you can, and make sure that you, when you send an email to somebody, send it. I want to see if it's me that's being blocked or the URL to my video. I don't know. You know, they've got ways. They know everything that you do. Well, almost everything. There are some things that I do that they don't know about, and I'm sure it's driving them crazy. OPSEC. If you want privacy, go somewhere. Don't take your phone. There's all kinds of little tricks you can employ to keep from being surveilled. And I employ them when I need them. So if you're gathering information on me, trust me, you know exactly what I want you to know. Okay? Go look up my SRB. See why the Marine Corps wanted to put me into intelligence. And you'll know exactly what you're up against. You dumb motherfuckers. You don't have a chance. One last thing. Joe Rogan has the most popular podcast in the country. Every day, 13 million people listen to his podcast. I have a hell of a story to tell. And I can't really get it all out when I'm on these news programs like Real America with Dan Ball or Newsmax, Greg Kelly's show. 10 minutes just ain't long enough, especially when the host is doing half the talking. I need a 3-hour show so I can tell this story long form. There's so many things that I haven't told anybody just because there's just not enough time. I could do a 3-hour show every day. I just don't have that kind of time. I'm busy doing other stuff. You know, you guys like my show, right? It's pretty. I take great pains to make it look every bit as good as a network show, but the thing is, I've got to do it all by myself and without having multi-million-dollar computers. Got a $600 laptop I produced the show on. It takes a little bit of effort, takes a little bit of planning and pre-production. Back before politics, before President Trump came into office, I was doing kind of like Ancient Aliens kind of shows, right? But in news based on biblical events viewed through prophecy, and it would take me 72 hours to produce a 1-hour show. To my satisfaction. I'm really anal about the way the show looks. Because I want you guys to have a good experience when you watch. And I realize that there are people that are way more successful, like Paul Joseph Watson sits in front of a map and does a bunch of jump cuts for 5 minutes, and because I guess he can't keep a train of thought, or he's just trying to keep your attention by getting to point to point to point to point to point. I don't know what the deal with that jump cut stuff is, but I don't like it. It looks cheap and lazy. That's one thing you can't say about me. I'm not cheap and I'm not lazy, not when it comes to putting out my show. And definitely when it comes to defending this republic. This is the hill that I'm willing to die on, folks. Dude, I swear. Some people just don't have the manners that God gave a goat. So go to joerogan.com/contact. That's his contact form. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a show suggestion box. You fill that out. You tell him to get a hold of old Bobby Powell over on Substack. Give him my email address, ttiv2013@gmail.com. Tell him to get in touch with me. I got a hell of a story to tell. Complete with Judas goats, Antifa pipe bombers, seditious members of the FBI, the whole 9 yards. I feel like I'm living in a damn spy novel, folks. And you know what? It's kind of fun. At the same time, it's kind of nerve-wracking. I guess I'm going to be stuck here for a while. Lots of traffic. Don't forget, if you have the ability, go to givesendgo.com/Bobby Powell and throw me a couple of bucks. I've got a little bit of savings, but it's dwindling rapidly. And the last thing that I need is to be stuck in the middle of a fight somewhere at a KOA in bumfuck Florida. Because I can't afford gas to go anywhere. Let me tell you, pulling a fifth wheel really sucked down the juice. I'm getting like 8 miles a gallon when I'm pulling the fifth wheel. An Abram tank gets 8 miles a gallon. Or is it 8 gallons a mile? I don't remember. I never was in an Abrams tank. I was infantry. Closest thing I ever had to transportation was a mule. And a CH-46 helicopter. When I say mule, I don't mean the four-legged kind. It's like a little gas-powered Jeep with just a flat bed on it, like a golf cart, kind of. Use it to move supplies from one place to another. If you're lucky, you might be able to sit on something while everybody else is humping. I'll tell you, I kind of wish I could go back to those days. It was fun. Like playing cowboys and Indians with high explosives. Yep. Okay, this is my exit. So, you guys be cool. Don't forget, go to givesendgo.com/Bobby Powell if you want to drop me a couple of bucks, and I'll talk at you later. Till next time, God bless, Semper Fi, and hoorah. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn this dog thing on.